In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we have a new lesson for second secondary grade, second semester, English, the Traveler 4. The lesson is 2B, Vocabulary and Grammar Traveler 4. This lesson is prepared by Mr. Muhammad al-Bahiri and presented by me, Muhammad al-Athemi. Today we will practice using suffixes and prefixes through a word building exercise. Then we will practice using conditional sentences. Warm up. What do prefix and suffix mean? What do prefix and suffix mean? Here we have unhappy, worker. Look here, the teacher is talking about prefix and suffix, and examples he mentioned to students are unhappy and worker. So what do you think is the meaning of suffix and prefix? Prefix like un, suffix like er. So we can understand that prefixes are letters which we add at the beginning of words, and suffixes the letters that we add at the end of other words or some words. Here we have some examples of prefixes and suffixes like un, in, re, full, less. These are suffixes and prefixes. The prefix un, prefix which comes at the beginning. Un and in are used before adjectives and adverbs to give the opposite meaning. So un and in gives the opposite meaning. Like here, able, unable, correct, incorrect. Able, can, unable, cannot, the opposite. Correct, true, incorrect, false or wrong. The opposite of correct is incorrect. The prefix re is used before verbs and nouns deriving from verbs, and often means again. Build, rebuild, like to build again. Rebuild means to build again. The suffix means it comes at the end of the word. The suffix full is used after a noun. So full after a noun. Re before verb. Un, in before adjectives. Did you notice this? So un and in before adjectives. Re before verbs and nouns deriving from verbs. Full after a noun. And it forms an adjective. So it makes noun adjective. Form the adjective from the noun. It means having enough of. Like success, successful. The suffix less is used after a noun to form an adjective. After a noun to form an adjective. So makes noun adjective, which means not having. Not having. Like doubt, doubtless. Doubt means you are not sure, you doubt. Doubtless, you don't doubt. There is no doubt. Here are more examples. These letters in the black are the root word, and letters in the blue are prefixes, and the letters in pink, orange, and yellow are suffixes, like comfort, uncomfortable, regular, irregular, or irregularly. Organize, when we add the suffix ed, we remove e. Organized, disorganized, or disorganized. Confident, confidently, or unconfidently, or unconfident. Disrespect, respectful, respectfully, disrespectful. Exercise. Look at the words in bold in the sentences below. What do you think they mean? Choose A or B. The possibilities are endless. So the word in bold is endless. What does less mean? Not having. So endless. Does it mean coming to an end or having no end? Having no end. Excellent. Number 2. This project used advanced technology to digitally rebuild ancient Rome. Rebuild. What does the word rebuild mean? Is it build again or build a part of? Build again. Excellent. Build again. Number 3. If patients are distracted, anxiety is reduced and the procedure becomes less painful. Painful. Is it causing pain or without pain? The answer is causing pain. Thank you for your answers. Now we will have more questions. The doctor's diagnosis was incorrect, so they didn't give the patient the right medicine. Incorrect. Does it mean accurate or wrong? Wrong. Excellent. The information is unimportant and I'm not going to consider it. Is it very important or not important? Unimportant. What does it mean? Not important. Good answer. Now we have another exercise. This is from workbook. Complete the sentences using the correct form of the verbs in capitals. These are words in capitals. Comfortable, pain, help, success. These shoes are blank. I think I'll try on a different pair. What can we add here? I'll try on a different pair. Yes, we can use comfortable, but we should add a prefix or suffix to make it correct. If we say these shoes are very comfortable, why should he use different pair? Why he said I'll try on a different pair? So it is the opposite of comfortable, which is uncomfortable. Number 2, Andrew had a blank wound on his leg. Pain, help, success. Had pain, wound. Can we say pain, wound? No. We should say painful, painful wound on his leg. My neighbor was very to me when I was ill. My neighbor was very success or help, but we should add a suffix which is full, helpful. Number 4, my brother is a businessman. He owns a shipping company. My brother is a successful. Now we have care, build, harm, right. Number 5, Daniel is a blank driver, and that's why he had the accident. So we can say careless, careless driver. Number 6, when my uncle's family lost their home in the hurricane, they had to their life. They have to what? They have to rebuild, build again. Number 7, although frogs are completely creatures, my little sister is frightened of them. Harmless. Number 8, I have to write my composition because I spill some coffee on it. Write what? Can you say writeless or rewrite? Rewrite. Now we will move to another rule, which is conditional sentences. We have conditional sentences type 1 and conditional sentences type 2. Conditional sentences used for something which is possible to happen. So type 1, something possible to happen in the present or future. While type 2, imaginary. Imagine, not real. Imaginary situations which are unlikely to happen, may not happen in the present or future. So, what are the differences of forms between conditional sentences type 1 and type 2? Type 1, we have if plus present simple, and we have 3 forms. If present simple, future will. If present simple, modal verbs like can, may, might, must, should, plus base form of the verb. Like when we say write is the base form. Wrote is the past. Written is the past participle. Rewrite means write again. These are not base form. Base form, write only. When you have the word without adding anything, we call it base form. Played is not the base form. The base form of played is play. The base form of playing is play. So base form means the verb without adding anything. So we have if plus present simple, modal verb plus base form, or if plus present simple with imperative. Again, we use conditional sentences type 1 for something which is possible to happen in the present or future. Examples. Example of the first form here. If I see. See is the present simple. If and the present simple of the verb. If I see James, I will, but the short form of will is apostrophe double L. I'll give him his book back. If I see James, I'll give him his book back. If present simple, will. The second example, if you want is present simple. If you want parrot, you must, here, modal verb. We used must. You must promise. Promise is the base form. Promise is the base form. To take care of it. The third example, if you go to the supermarket, buy some milk. Buy is the imperative form. What's the imperative? The imperative is to give an order. When I say go to school, this is imperative. When I say I go to school, he goes to school, these are not the imperative form. But the imperative, we say go to school, buy some milk. So now I think it's clear the conditional sentences type 1. Now, what about conditional sentences type 2? We have if plus past simple. Here present simple and here past simple. Then in the main clause we have would or could plus the base form. Example, if I had money, had is the past simple of have. If I had money, I would. Base form, buy a farm in the country. The other example, you could lose some weight if you went on a diet. Here we started with the main clause here. This is the main clause. And here the main clause is here, the second clause. So the main clause can be at the beginning or at the end. We can start with the main clause and we can start with if clause. Here, if you went on a diet. Went is the past form. Past simple, went. So if you went on a diet, you could lose some weight, or you could lose some weight if you went on a diet. Here we use conditional sentences type 2 for unreal or imaginary situations. Unreal, the opposite of real, which are unlikely to happen in the present or the future. Now we will have another exercise to test if you understood the rule or not. Complete the dialogues with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Here we have verbs in brackets. I want you to use the correct form. Number 1, Alan, be careful with that. Bob, why? Alan, when you press this button, the machine starts working. If we start with when or if with a verb, we call it zero condition. So the answer is when you press this button, the machine starts working. Number 2, Fahad, I feel awful. John, you look tired. If I were you, I go home and get some sleep. If I were you, what should we add with go? Would go. I would go home and get some sleep. Number 3, Tom, the weather is really cold. Jim, yes. If the lake freeze, we go ice skating. So he is talking about something will happen in the future or probably happen in future. We use type 1. If the lake freezes, present, we will go ice skating. Number 4, knife. Remember, if you have difficulty finding my house, call me and I give you directions. He's talking about something will happen in the future. So the same, we start with the present. We use the present form here and will with the base form. Number 5, Irene. Just imagine winning the poetry competition. Imagine here. Note, she says, imagine. Athir, if I win the poetry competition, my parents be very proud of me. If it is imaginary, we use the past form of the verb. The past of win is won. If I won the poetry competition, my parents what would be? My parents would be very proud of me. Good answers. This is the summary of today's lesson. Today we studied the prefixes un and in, re, full and less. And we said that each prefix and suffix is used with part of a speech and gives special meaning. Then we talked about conditional sentences, clause F plus main clause. We said the zero form is F plus present simple, and the type 1 F plus present simple will future, and the type 2 F plus present simple and would go, and the type 3 F plus past perfect and would have done. These are our today's references. For more information and listen, you can visit our website or contact our Twitter account, or you can call us on our free phone. Thank you for listening. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.